Cottman, Crawford, and the Jersey Guy podcast.
Hey everybody, Kenny Cottman.
Lewis Crawford.
And I'm Tom Ramage, the Jersey Guy.
Hey, welcome everybody to the Cottman Crawford Jersey Guy podcast. How's everybody doing tonight?
All right.
We're doing good.
Yeah. Good week. Everybody's happy. Everybody's doing
Yeah.
their thing.
Good week. And
Glad it's Friday, right?
yeah, Friday the what?
Oh, yeah.
13th.
Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
We should have played the
tonight-
lotto tonight.
Yeah. So, first we have to introduce the guest. Our
Yes.
friend Jerry's with us tonight.
Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I mean, you come from so far away.
I know,
Make
it's
that
quite a
crazy
ways.
trip to be here just for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Over-
fucking
up
cross the
both
street.
ways.
Yeah, you go both ways.
It's a good song. by
What the
way.
hell you talking about? You go
No.
both ways.
Go both ways.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gotta be careful what you say here.
Yeah, for real. Jesus.
We're going to talk. I think the podcast tonight is going to be on superstitions, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
superstitions.
Friday the 13th. I think it's a good date for that. A good
Yes.
day for that, you know?
Anybody superstitious is just, they're on high alert.
Yeah, hell yeah. They
Right.
probably sat in the
Fuck,
corner
I
all
think,
day.
yeah,
though.
that's-
I think
I'm not leaving
everybody
my
is, to some extent, I think everybody is some
Yeah, everybody has.
something that they, they're superstitious about.
Mhm.
I know I
just-
have a couple
yeah.
thing, probably one or two things, especially when it comes to, for me and my brother,
Yeah.
he's not allowed to call me when the game is on.
Mm.
Because every time he's ever called me,
Always fucking sports. People are superstitious.
every time he
with-
would call me, my fucking team would lose.
Yeah.
And I would be like, I said, listen, don't call me. Wait until the game's over. Now, we both like Yankees, so I'll be like, bro, don't call. Wait till the game is over when we know.
Yeah, what's if it's a team that it's a rival team? He's going to
yeah.
call you every
No,
time.
he
I
doesn't.
call him every time.
Actually, he doesn't do that.
Yeah,
we don't do that to each other.
Yeah.
That we don't do. We did that when we were kids, when we were
Yeah.
growing up and
Right.
shit. But as far as sports go, yeah, that's one of the things, because he did it to me every time he did, and he said something would happen.
Right.
Right? But now when he doesn't, 9 times out of 10, the game was won. Now, coincidence? Possibly. But you know what? It works.
Well, do you change your
he knows
underwear?
not to call me until the fucking game's
As long as you change your drawers, I guess
No,
that'll be
I don't
fine.
do that.
Have the same crusty underwear?
Some people, Boomer Esiason on the fan, when the hockey's playing and we're in the playoffs, he'll talk about how people put jerseys in the freezer of the opposite team. So the other team of the player, they're a good player, and they'll take that jersey and they'll put it in the freezer to give him bad luck, or to make
Right.
where his game is going to be on, or whatever it is.
See?
I shouldn't say bad luck, but more like and that's a superstition, right? I mean,
Okay, so go ahead, Tom.
Do you remember when Yankee Stadium was being built, the new stadium? Someone.
That's right.
Poured in the concrete. They put like a Red Sox jersey.
Yeah, they had to cut it out.
And they had to cut it out. Yeah, like because they're superstitious.
yep,
That's
somebody put
funny.
a Boston Red Sox jersey in the concrete, and they you could see them chopping it out, and they took the jersey out
Jeez.
because people are superstitious. They're like, so think of it from the Red Sox point of view. Oh, if I put this jersey in here,
Right.
And I don't even remember what the jersey was, but we should look it up because I'm not sure what player it was or who it was that they put in there.
Yeah.
They're thinking, I'm going to throw the game off, kind of like us.
Right.
Or when Boomer talks about it with the jersey in the freezer.
It was one of the
kind thing.
construction workers.
Right.
He was
Yeah.
deputy.
Well, so the superstition, I guess, then in Santeria, Spanish thing,
Okay.
that if you're trying to keep somebody who's pissing you the fuck off, annoying you,
Yeah.
you put their name on a brown paper bag and then put it in the ice tray of water and put it in the freezer, and they won't bother you.
Really?
Yeah, no shit.
That's okay.
Nothing like
So is that kind
chickens
of
and cutting their throats.
Yeah. No cutting
No
the throat,
chickens
no
involved?
chickens and
Yeah,
nothing. No,
okay.
this is just straight water,
Just
Yeah.
superstition,
lead, and
specific
pen,
for
paper.
that.
Yeah.
Paper
But
bag.
again, superstition. Jerry, you're older than all of us, so you were around which
Here we go. Here
when
we go.
when you made which superstition did you come up with?
I'm sure I have some type of superstitions. I do kind of weird things sometimes, but I'm not sure if it's superstition or not. But I do weird things like, hey, turn something on twice or not.
Right. Yeah.
Check the stove, do weird things.
Yeah.
Double check the door. Did I do this? That's more of a paranoia.
I was gonna say that's either paranoia or super.
Yeah.
No,
Not
but
superstition.
not
Like
superstition.
OCD, not OCD.
Yeah, OCD,
OCD
no.
would be like deliberating.
Right.
I mean, it's like superstition. OCD would be like you're like fuck it fucking ruins your life. Like
Yeah.
I've seen the. You ever see the? There was a YouTube video of this mailman. They called the OCD mailman. The guy he kept opening and closing the mailbox to check for it. He'd walk back and
I've
open
seen
and
that.
close another
I've seen
fucking
that.
and then go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
repetitive stuff.
Yeah,
Just
like that.
If I do it this many times,
that guy's life is
that's a
fucked.
superstition.
Yeah, that's.
But why would they put him in
step on a
there?
crack, you break your mom's back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Jerry, have you ever heard this? I remember my mother saying this crazy thing.
Yeah.
She would say, you ever get the chills once in a while? You don't have to call them like,
Oh yeah. Someone
I
walked
got a
on your
man check.
grave.
Somebody
right?
walked on your
That
grave.
doesn't
Yeah.
even make any sense. How
So what does that mean?
what
That
does
means that I
mean?
died already? And
Yeah, like, what does
where
that
am I
mean?
now if I'm no longer, that I'm feeling
I
that
never
chill
understood
from
that
that
one.
grave? Jerry, can you fill us in?
Yeah, I can. But, on a serious note, we just purchased this house. It's 1905 that it was built. So several times, and like I said, I'm not really that superstitious, but I do believe in some weird stuff that happens. So I friended this cat that comes through. He's a feral wild cat. Took me about 6-7 months. Food power, fed him. Next thing you know, he's on my lounge chair hanging out. And the wife says, "Hey, he's moving in." So before this, I would sit at the bottom of the stairs, facing the TV, and I looked up, and it looked like somebody was standing there looking at me. And I quickly looked, and I was like, "What the frick was that?" And it looked like a person standing on top of the stairs. Split second, no big deal. Happened again. Another time, I'm sitting there, the wife. This was last week. Cat sitting on my lounge chair in the bottom, and all of a sudden, corner of my eye, I just take a quick look. I look up. I'm looking. I look back down. The cat is just right up, staring at the top of the stairs.
Oh.
I had fucking chills go up the back of my
Oh, yeah.
neck. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Me, I played it off. Now, superstition. This is what it took me a minute to think about it. There's a weed my son gave me. It's wrapped as like hemp or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a giant cigar. And I was telling him what was going on. This was last weekend. And he says to me, "Hey, wait right there." He goes, "I had some weird shit in my house. I went through all the kids' rooms because they were seeing things. And I did it to ward off the ghost or something." So he gave it to me. It's in a bowl still in the port. I haven't done it yet. But I honestly was planning on going through lighting it when the wife wasn't home. And
Yeah. It's probably sage.
Sage.
Yeah,
sage.
exactly.
No, sage. That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
Correct. It was sage.
And if you burn it and you walk around the house,
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So that's superstitious, right? I mean,
Right.
Yeah. I think that's
that's a superstition for us.
Because you got to
Real
go.
deal.
Absolutely.
I've been seeing this. It's like pretty crazy.
Yeah.
For a split second, I'm not freaked out about it yet because it hasn't been like tugging on me and shit.
Yeah. When it starts to tug on you.
Like,
Yeah. You're in the shower. You feel that tug.
good. I'm game, man.
People pay good money for that. You know.
Yeah. People pay good money for a tug, bro. You get it for free from a ghost.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's the next podcast.
What?
gotta feed them.
Perverted ghost?
We need to save that.
Yeah.
Cheap,
But,
cheap tug.
Yeah. Just a little tug.
That's creepy because my dogs do the same thing, man. Well, I'll be sitting down and then all of a sudden they're just
Yeah.
and then they turn their head and they're kind of looking. It's like,
sense.
what's going on, man? What
Yeah.
are you doing over
That's
there?
funny.
It's like crazy.
That is
It
hilarious.
is freaky.
Yeah.
But,
So tell us, what is your one? Well, you just did. You told us about your
By
brother.
the way, it was David Ortiz. His
Oh,
jersey.
that's what it was?
That was
Oh,
very
yeah,
yeah. It was his jersey.
Poppy's jersey.
Me,
Yeah.
I think I am to a certain extent. Like I have certain numbers that when things happen. I don't know if it's a superstition or more of a thing that I don't know. Like we have numbers that are close to us, so you probably have certain numbers that you
Right.
play, or if you see some numbers,
Right.
you're like, what the hell? Why am I seeing that number? Like I was seeing 851 all the time. And then I would look it up, and they would tell you this is what it is. It's your guardian angel, or somebody's looking over you, and all this information. So I would think that kind of too is a superstition in its own way, even though
that you believe that that's what it is.
right. If you do believe, right, because but you kind of do in your own way. You go, oh, that's interesting. I don't mind that so much, right? You're like, hey,
Right.
somebody's looking at you.
Yeah.
You don't really you
I'm
don't
not
go,
thinking of
that's
it.
bullshit. And
Right.
9 times out of 10, you don't do that.
Right.
But yeah, I
You?
think that's
Me? So like I'm like I have the weird even numbers thing. Like I have to do things in even numbers. Like if I'm
Rain
like
Man.
upstairs, yeah, I know. Like we're upstairs, I'm eating the pretzels. Like I make sure I take like 4 or 2 or
Yeah.
6. Like, you know.
Do you like your
I'll go
sandwiches
one-
cut and a perfect in the middle? If I go on an angle, will you lose your mind?
I'll fucking lose my.
Really? If I go
shit
from
up.
corner to corner?
Oh no, not from. I think mean like if you cut it offset, like where one side's
Oh.
up, like
No,
a 60,
no, oh,
like
yeah.
a 30-70. you know?
Yeah. Because
Oh, that's fucking
Tanya's son
60-40,
used to.
yeah.
Tanya told me a story
That would
about
drive
when her
me
son
crazy.
with a sandwich. Right?
What a sandwich.
Now that I know
so
that.
you cut it wrong?
No, she would cut it. If she cut it in an angle,
Oh,
that
yeah.
doesn't-
Triangles.
he would
I don't
freak
give a
out
shit.
over
Yeah.
it,
That don't
kind
bother
of thing. But
Yeah.
I don't care what way it's cut, but if it was cut
okay,
like
wait.
offset, that would fuck
So,
with me so
even
bad.
numbers, you do that with everything, really?
Almost, yeah. And made a lot. Look, if like snacking or food or whatever, but
Right.
like if I were to grab a handful of pretzels and there was 7 there, I would. The next handful of pretzels, I'd have to make sure were also an odd number, so the total number would be even numbers.
Oh.
I'm fucked up like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
that's what
our
I'm saying.
friend-
That's
this is our
OCD.
friend Tom.
Yeah. That's bananas,
Yeah.
bro.
I worked with a guy that was so like that. His calendar was like I got called, so he was working not the commissary, but next to it. So he's sitting there. I walked in. I got a phone call out the radio. I go and I sit down. Boom! I grabbed it and I wrote on his calendar real quick the number. Don Hodge, his name was, man. He come around the corner. He seen what I was doing. He instantly started cutting this little piece of paper off, and he glued it. He pulled out a little stick and glued and covered up the writing on his calendar. And if you moved the pencil, and he would straighten it. He was seriously OCD. If you moved this calendar or moved anything, he was bam, bang, boom. Like
You know what? We used to have a guy that like that. I was like that at my last job, and my boss was.
Of course, talk about me now that I left.
My last job. I worked at the hospital. I worked at the hospital. We had a guy who was like the lead carpenter, and he had like an office in the carpenter shop, and like my boss would just like fuck with his stuff on purpose. Like he'd go into his office and he'd like turn something around, and he would and you'd come the next day, we'd look and see it was fixed. Like something so fucking subtle that no one else would notice.
It's crazy.
but he would know. Yeah.
Right? It's crazy what would drive, what makes us tick or whatever going on. Tanya's that way with if I moved something or I had to go to the top of a cabinet and I moved her display.
Right.
I wasn't looking at it how it was set up. And then I'm like, oh shit, how do I put this back? So I kind of put it back the way I think it looks good. And she's like,
Who moved it?
did you touch that on the top of the cabinet? I'm like, yeah, I did. She's like, oh, no, we got to fix that.
That's funny. But I think
Yeah.
those are more OCDs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like what you
Well, that's
had the
kinda weird.
list of superstitions. What list did you have? Like the superstition is like you said, to step on a crack, break your mother's back.
Walk under, you don't go
Break a
underneath the
mirror,
ladder.
7
Yeah.
years.
Don't,
bad
Yeah.
luck.
right, don't walk with inside, open an umbrella.
If you
Right.
spill salt, you're supposed to throw it
throw it
over your
over-
right shoulder, or your right shoulder, or
right.
left shoulder. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's
Wait,
throw it over your shoulder. I don't
Here's
know which
another
one.
I don't know if it's a superstition. I guess it's a tradition. It could be a superstition. A European thing where when someone moves into a house, they give you salt, bread, and something else. I can't remember. My father. It's a European thing because a lot of Jewish families do that. It's like it's something that came from when they came from Europe. They brought it over with them, and that's kind of like something. It means something.
Right.
So, and I'll have to look it up. But I remember my father them always saying, "So, we got to make sure we give you salt and this, that, and bring it in the house before you move in, and all that kind of stuff."
Right.
You know, there's a lot of, I think good luck things are superstitions too, right?
Absolutely.
You know, it's bad when other people push their superstitions onto you. Like my mother-in-law, she every time we get a car, she's like, "I got this angel thing, put it in your car." I'm like, "I don't want it." She's like,
God.
"Just put it in the car."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, all right." You know.
Yeah, see, I did that. I had that. So when I just got into I had this. It was looks like the statue of the Jesus Christ in Brazil that they have, that big one. So it's a little one.
Oh yeah, the Rio de Janeiro one. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
had got one as a gift, and I had it on the front of my car.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed there all winters, all everything. And it just registered now. So I guess that would be one of my superstition for me, like religious belief like that, that I had it aimed out. So, to where I was going.
You're protected.
Right. And he fell
Right.
the week before I got into the accident.
Really?
Yeah, no shit.
See now how you connect it?
Yeah.
Like you're like, well, you know,
Yeah.
it's just kind of the
'Cause I
same
forgot
thing,
he
you
fell.
know?
Yeah, I was like, motherfucker. I didn't even think about that. Had I known, I would have.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was in the car because had I been
his
crossing the
ass
street
back,
walking
yeah.
and shit. Yeah, no shit. No kidding, man. Another
But
superstition.
like is another one, like speaking of cars, like when people when you get a new car, like you put money at the bottom.
Yeah.
Good luck. Isn't that
Good luck
superstition?
coins, that is a
Like,
superstition. I
good
didn't
luck
think
is
about that.
considered a super. It's not like I'm worried about bad luck. It's like I'm giving you good luck, but that's a superstition. There's no
Right.
I'm not gonna give
Well,
you good luck.
and so because it's Friday the 13th. and
You know what
see-
I used to do when but this is before Easy Pass.
Right.
Fucking
Yeah, pick up the pay and throw it in
Right.
there.
Fucking-
No shit. No, that's funny,
Some
bro.
people
That's
put
not-
quarters down
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit,
always
you know?
bound down there underneath the fucking the mat and shit. Yo, that's funny, bro. That is funny. That's for the people who don't know, or the kids back in the day.
Yeah.
You had to actually pay.
You had to throw,
change
there was a
or
bin
cash.
at the toll, and you had to throw
Yeah.
a quarter in the bin.
Yeah, beacon
It's definitely a
hilarious.
resemblance of a urinal.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
looked like
yeah.
a urinal
Right.
with holes in it. Yeah.
Urinal. If a urinal had sex with a basketball hoop or some shit.
Wow. See, so before we started the show, everybody was a little perverted over here, and this guy just carried it over. Jeez.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So check it out. I just looked this thing up. It says, irrational as it may seem, we all have superstitions or two, whether it is a lucky pair or of pants or a aversion to Friday the 13th. Superstitions are more important to us because they give meaning to other random nature of luck. Random. They give meaning to. Man, I'm fucking this all up.
yeah, it's cool. Glasses, bro. Glasses.
I don't have mommy. Random nature of luck and puts us in the driving seat of our destiny.
You want Jerry
So
glasses?
hang on. So the first one that they have is knocking on wood. Yeah, I probably should
Yeah.
use them.
Yeah,
knock,
knock
knock,
on wood.
knock
Knocking on wood is
baby.
Do you know where
considered
that
a
comes from?
superstition.
Is it going to explain where that comes from?
It does,
Because that's.
but I don't think you want me reading it again.
I'll-
I didn't do good the first time.
So like the superstition is like that they believe that souls were in trees. Like so, if you knocked on wood,
Okay,
you were,
that's pretty cool.
Saying hello?
it was good luck.
Oh, okay,
you know, or
cool. Because I was
whatever.
like, I don't want them to say come in. I would have shit a
No,
brick
no.
had I heard a fucking
You know,
ghost.
but
Knock on wood. Right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes
That's
sense.
funny.
But even
Good-
something like saying "bless you" when someone sneezes, that's actually superstition. But it just became like a social thing because it was believed that your soul was like trying to leave your body when you sneezed. So
Yeah.
if you said "God bless you," your soul would
Right.
stay in the body. So,
There you go.
so people still say it though.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
What do you have?
Black cat walking across your
black
path.
cat. Yes, I've had
That's,
that happen to me a few times when
yeah.
I'm driving, or I think we all have probably at some extent where
Yeah,
black cat
black
has
cat.
crossed our path. Right?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, you know about it. You know, it's just like kind of
Yeah.
like the ladder, walking under a ladder.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, if you grab the kitty and you choke it, you
know
wouldn't
what I think,
just go,
though?
meow, and then it'll just,
Yeah,
as long as you
we
make it go,
don't- we
meow,
don't-
it'll go the other way and
Yeah,
you just
no.
be fine.
I have a
Climb the
theory
ladder,
with the
throw
walk.
cat off the top.
You see, I wasn't saying that shit.
I have a theory what the walking under a ladder came from. It was
Okay.
probably someone who was working on a ladder and like people kept fucking walking under it and making the guy nervous that they're gonna knock it over and he's like, you're gonna get bad luck if you go under that ladder. Fucking telling people
Yeah,
that.
it's a good
I was gonna say that he just threw something like something
Yeah,
just like
it's
nothing fell underneath, it fell on their heads and
Start
shit.
telling people
Where
that.
cats came from.
That's great.
Yeah.
walking under a ladder.
Walking.
Number
Oh, I was
three.
like, yeah, no. Oh no, I was saying, don't place two mirrors facing each other.
Broken mirror is also bad luck.
No, yeah. So
Yes,
don't
two facing each other. I
don't
never heard
face
of that
it. So
before.
keeping with the theme of mirror-related superstitions, there's another creepy tale about the placement of two mirrors, placing of mirrors in your home. So like wall.
Yeah.
So then they're facing each other. According to the Mexican legend, putting two mirrors opposite each other creates a portal for the devil to enter your house.
Oh.
Yeah, but I
mean,
mean,
it
but it's a
looks
lot of
cool,
them.
like you
But
said.
you know, but a lot of a bunch of superstitions came from some kind of religion thing.
Or,
you know,
right? or some kind of witchcraft.
like
Right.
fucking feng shui. The whole idea of feng shui is all superstition. Like you have to
Yeah.
put things facing that way and things facing
yeah,
that
and
way,
this,
and it's got a
the
better
way that's
flow.
right. That's
I
what
heard-
it is.
But what made me think of the feng shui is when you said mirrors. Someone told me, one of my friends, he was doing, he worked construction. He was telling me like they were building this house and the people were like really into feng shui. They were involved in the construction. Like they were drywalling and they put like a mirror in the drywall. like in
Really?
the fucking wall, like so weird,
no
like
shit.
weird shit.
That's
Like
crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
that's superstitious.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you do when you walk past a cemetery?
Oh,
I don't
hold
do
your
anything.
breath. I know. I had a friend that used to do that. All the
I don't do
time.
anything.
Well, wait. Do what?
Hold your breath.
No, you don't, do anything. You never
I
saw
just
anybody
look at. I just look at it.
You
I run by him.
really?
I never walk.
Because you don't want them to pull you in.
Even
Start here.
No. So people would
No,
do
like-
the sign of the cross
Yeah.
as they're going by,
Which
or
is-
pick the feet up off like in the car. Pick your
Right.
feet up off the floor of the car until you get past it.
no, my brother does that, but he does that.
What happens if you have to hit the brake?
Right, exactly. Right. My brother
Check the
does.
dashboard.
My brother does that when he goes into another state. When he's crossing over the state line, he picks his feet up.
Because he thinks he's jumping.
No, just I'm going into Maryland or New
I'm
York.
hopping to Maryland.
So he picks his feet up, waits till he gets to New York, and then he drops them. You know that.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Yeah, he does that.
That's
So,
funny. That's
That's
funny.
crazy. Broken mirror is bad luck. Supposedly.
Yeah.
7 years or something.
7 years bad luck.
Grease, yeah.
Hearing that.
Yeah.
I broke a few of them.
Yeah, so
From
But
what?
again,
Yeah,
I think
mirrors.
someone said that just because they,
Moving, stuff like that.
make people not break mirrors.
Yeah. Oh,
reflections
never-
of ourselves. Go
what's
ahead.
that? What do we got?
No, go
Reflections.
ahead.
I'm gonna say never rock an empty chair. You ever hear that? I've never heard that
Fucking
one.
empty- You mean like hold it and just
chair.
rock it?
I don't
It says,
understand. I don't
you may be
understand.
tempted to rock that empty rocking chair just for the heck of it.
Oh, while you're standing there?
If you do rock an empty chair, however, you may as well hop right on, and to rock your heart's content with the evil spirit you just invited to your life.
Oh,
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Too late?
Well, I only do it at the store.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never.
Stores
I don't-
flooded with evil
I'm
spirits.
sure I've done it, but I'm not around rocking chairs usually that often.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I
So-
said, I don't know who.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, couples with babies and things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, the gliders and the rocking chairs. Yeah,
Yeah. Probably.
Step on a
Thinking about
crack.
getting one.
we had them when Chase was born.
Break your mother's back.
Yeah,
Whistling attracts tragedy. You ever hear that shit?
No.
Never heard that.
no.
That's crazy. Never heard that.
That's a weird one. I
But
didn't
that's from
know that.
Turkey. So
Oh yeah.
jive turkey. You know what you're talking about. Why you doing
Lucky
this?
pennies is considered
Oh
a
wait, but
superstition.
what? Wait.
Lucky pennies.
What is a lucky penny? Because see,
The
I thought
idea
you
of
meant
finding a penny
Heads
would
up.
bring
Face up.
this
Heads up.
right.
right.
That'd be
Heads up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Tails, right? Heads
That's-
up is
yeah,
good, and
it's good.
tails is not. But
It's
I pick it
not.
up anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I see so many jokes with that
Yeah,
right now,
yeah.
bro.
You don't pick that.
I collect coins still. So if
Oh,
I see
yeah,
a coin,
yeah, yeah.
I pick it up so I can see the date of it. I do.
Yeah, no. I
It's
hear
not a
that.
Jewish thing. That you're
What do you mean?
Yes,
I don't know
yes,
what you're
yes,
talking about,
I know.
bro.
Yes, Jaime over here picking up a penny. That's what he's thinking to himself. Well, thank you for everybody for joining our show. That'll be the end of the night.
Yo, that was great.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lou. That was a good joke, though, bro. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh man, singing at the dinner table summons evil spirits.
Or slap in the mouth by dad.
Oh yeah. There you go.
don't need-
That's
you don't
the
have to
evil
worry about
spirit.
that
My
shit.
father
Yeah,
didn't-
don't worry about that shit. Yeah,
My father didn't like
evil
whistling in the
spirits at
house.
least to your problems.
Yeah, no shit. But then that's what I just said. That I just forgot. Right. Whistling attracts tragedy. That's why he probably
No, he just didn't like it. Don't whistle in the house.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah,
reason,
yeah, he was
he
just-
just did not like that shit.
maybe because you out of tune.
No, he just
No,
didn't like
really?
it. I think it truly annoyed him, or whatever his reason
No
was.
shit.
Yeah, he was not happy with that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, and another thing, if you're gonna stay, like if my friends came over, they would have their coat on, and they would leave it on. My father's good. So are you staying? You need to take your coat off. You know, if you're hanging out, take your
Staying
coat
or
off.
leaving?
You're staying or leaving. Thank you.
Yeah. Or like putting your hat on the table.
Right. Oh no. Yeah, that's a bad one.
That was another
Or
bad
your
one.
shoes on the table.
Yeah. Why the fuck would people put shoes on the table, bro? Like that
That's
just
a weird one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's Asian. It's bad enough walking in the house with shoes on.
Oh yeah.
Put them on the
That's
table.
true.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
you're-
then
that's-
that's superstition, right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think it's culture,
Yeah,
It
well,
might be
I think.
called-
Yeah, I think.
but I'm not sure.
I know. I think you're right. I think it is culture because I think a lot of things, in her country, I'm sure there's certain things in other Asian countries and all over the world. And think about it, European countries. So we're descendants, most of us, from Europeans, right? We're here.
Well, I know shoes
people
isn't
from
a
old.
superstition. That's just
What's that?
because- I know wearing shoes in the house isn't a superstition.
No,
right? That
putting
has to
them
do
on the
with
table or
cleanliness.
something like that. You know, or putting a hat on the table or something like that.
Right.
You know, I think it is. He's right. I think it is culture because it comes like those things that you hear about when you were a kid,
Asians,
or from people
Right.
who came from the old country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then it kind of carried on and took a life of its own, or just stopped being, but you don't hear it anymore. And then when you tell people like we're doing right now,
You're
like
right.
what?
Kinda
I
got
never
away
heard of that
from it.
before.
Some things.
Yeah.
Wearing a hat
get away from
indoors isn't superstition. That's like a manners thing, right?
Yeah, that's manners.
But you know what?
Asians live on the floor basically.
Right.
With no disrespect, but you know they because the way the heat used to go through, and that's how it was back in the day. A lot of them still are. They have heat through the floor. The floor's heated, so they're close to the floor. They're on the floor. They have mats, so you don't never wear your shoes.
Right.
Yeah.
And because you're basically on the floor.
You're carrying,
Yeah.
because you're carrying dirt in.
Of
Right.
course, that's the main reason. I
Yeah, because shoes carry dirt. Yeah.
superstition.
Right.
That's why a lot of people have shoes off the house rule. You know,
Yeah.
like, some
Well, but
people's
see,
house-
for me,
yeah,
I wasn't like really raised like that. So I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
pissed off and I got to take them off now because the missus is like,
Yeah.
take your shoes off. I'm like, why? You are outside. So are you, but I don't make you fucking like.
Is she taking her shoes off though?
Oh, yeah. No. Everybody, they
And
take
I
their
know
shoes
some
off. I just bitch
cultures-
about
some
it.
You really
cultures,
can't. Can't argue it if she's doing. If she's not doing it, she's telling you to do it. Be like,
Yeah.
fuck
Oh,
you,
yeah.
I'm not taking them
No.
off.
Definitely. Yeah.
I know a lot of some of the Asian, like Japanese. I know they have like house sandals.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. You got house sandals?
Each color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not as much now, but
I
in the
wear.
beginning,
I have.
She did.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See.
I get it though
But
because
I went to
you know.
Korea, and it was when you walk through the door, there's like a
Yeah.
foyer, and right there's a rack of shoes or slippers, sandals. Doesn't matter.
Right.
As soon as you walk to that first door and you make that step,
Take your shoes off.
you better not have shoes on.
Yeah.
Pair of sandals. Yeah, they don't even want or slippers mostly. They
Yeah,
don't-
yeah. For their own house. Yeah. Like their house
Mostly
sandals,
every
house
house.
slippers. Yeah.
Restaurants. I've walked in there when I was in Korea. Same thing.
Oh, you use their? They have them there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not all.
Yeah, yeah.
They're getting towards changing, but
Yeah.
most of it's still there. So we walked in. The first thing we did was you had to take your shoes off and put them in a rack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's like, what are we bowling?
Yeah. New shoes.
Right.
You got another superstition?
The horseshoe. Lucky
Over the
horseshoe.
door. Yeah, like you got to put them over
My
the door.
father had one over his door.
Oh,
when we
yeah,
were kids,
yeah,
he had
yeah.
one over his door in the shop and
That's yeah.
that we had in the building we lived in. He was superintendent. He had one over his door.
Right.
I remember that.
That's right, I
So
forgot
yeah,
about that one,
that's
yeah.
that's something that's probably another thing that was carried over, right? Think about
Well,
it.
yeah,
It's got to be
I'm
all
sure.
culture related.
Yeah, in
it
some
came
way.
from somewhere, right? You know, people migrate and they move to different places, and not only are they taking themselves, but they're taking everything that they learned
Yeah.
from wherever they came from.
Yep.
So it's interesting if you try to really look at. I bet you if we dove into this, like seriously,
Oh,
and
I'm
really
sure.
like
Yeah.
look at it and find out where the origins and everything, you know, you
Right.
fascinating.
Yeah,
You know, I think
definitely.
so anyway,
Definitely.
It's probably stuff my grandparents or great parents
Right,
from
I-
Italy
yeah.
did when they, like some
right?
Yep. Right. I got a funny
hang
one.
garlic from the window.
You got
Yeah. Oh,
You got
vampires.
vampires. Yeah,
Yeah.
vampires. Yeah.
Yeah. Pregnant women shouldn't eat asymmetrical foods.
What do you mean?
Oh, they have to be symmetrical, so they can't be like some like my the
Like-
sandwich that's not cut right.
Yeah.
The one that's caught
like
offset.
Tom needs the sandwich that's cut exactly in the middle.
Okay.
And
So
not offset.
this is a Korean superstition that eating unshapely food while pregnant means your child will be born ugly.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, it's a good thing. my
Oh,
ex-
that was a culture. I dated a girl who was Lithuanian or Russian. I guess. Well, she was Lithuanian, former Soviet Union. But anyway, she told me that she's like, don't sit in the corner. I was like, it was her family. I was like, we're huddled around the table. She's like, don't sit in the corner because that's a bad luck because that means you'll be single for the rest of your life.
Oh, wonderful.
and then you looked at her again and you sat in the corner.
Yeah, right. You'll be the old maid,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yo.
And I said, that doesn't make sense, I guess, because if you sit in the corner, then you're not sitting next to anybody. So you'll never be with anybody because you sit in the corner.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
How did it work out for you?
Yeah. Well, no, he sat in the corner that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he married a different chick.
Corner
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, the corner of the table.
Yeah. Going to the table. Okay.
Oh,
Anyway,
what about
but,
wearing a hat in the house?
Right. So what was that? It was
No,
bad luck.
that wasn't on there. My father always made me do that too. He said, when you come in the house, take your hat off.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it was probably more of a military
That's-
thing.
oh.
But that's also
I say respect.
That might be
you know
more
what that's
military
from?
though.
But no, but you
What?
know where that originates from? The being disrespectful while wearing a hat in the house. So before cars, people, it was all dirt roads, and people would have the horse and buggies, and they used to carry a lot of people. Everyone would wear hats back in the day. Everybody always wore hats,
Right.
So it would be so you didn't have dust on your head.
See, so
okay.
now
So if you wore it in the house, you were that's like kind of wearing shoes in the house, like it's
Right.
dirty. Like what? Don't wear your
Gotcha.
hat; you're going to get dust all over the place.
I
So-
thought
But
that.
then it just carried over to like a manners thing.
So I thought
Yeah.
that it was because of back in the day when they didn't have toilets, that they would have
Shit in a hat.
they would it would be a shitty hat because they would throw their basins out the window. And the hat was to keep the shit
Maybe
piss
that too.
from
Maybe
hitting their
both.
face.
It could have been
Yeah.
all of the above.
Because women
Your hat
were
was your
at,
protector from
Right.
shit.
yeah,
shit
well,
and dirt.
because then, but now the superstition was that women walk on the inside because when they threw the bodily fluids out the window, it would go out a little bit further. The guy with the hat, so that then,
Right.
it wouldn't go on his person
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that
Right.
on his skin. And then the woman on the inside, so that this way she didn't get splattered with everything. So you were doing the gentlemanly thing and keeping her around the
Like
inside.
walking down the sidewalk and have her walk on the outside.
All right. You always
Right, yeah.
You never let her walk
True,
near
yeah.
the street.
No, you keep us. No, you keep her closer to the wall.
To the road.
No, because then
no.
somebody could take her away.
Oh yeah.
No, he's being
He's-
funny.
Oh,
He's
ah,
gesturing to
ah,
the-
Like you to get hit
got
by a
it.
car.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. So the because I always thought that was like because in case someone drives into the sidewalk, you're going to get hit before them. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I don't know.
No, it was. I was always thought it was a sign of respect for
Yeah.
if you liked a girl and you were walking with her.
Right.
You walked.
That's the other one that
closest
he-
to the street, and
Right.
she walked inside the curb. Where she was safe. That
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
kind of. It was like a protection,
That's what I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
yeah.
respect thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So then half those chicks were like, "Fuck, we should let her just get hit."
Some of them we probably
Yeah.
should have let walk near the street. Yeah.
No, a little further out. Yeah. Don't walk backwards.
Walk backwards. That's
In
a weird-
Portugal, walking backward is a huge superstition. It's especially a way to tell the devil about your location and where you're headed.
I think
It's so
backwards. It's
weird,
always
man.
related. to
It's backwards.
people.
Get it? It's backwards.
Yeah.
It's backwards. Oh wow. Yeah.
Always seen where you've been,
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
basically.
Yeah.
And in today's times, walking backward is very good for you because it's
Right. I was just going to say that. Yeah.
equilibrium, right? It's good for your equilibrium and everything else. It's supposed to be very healthy for you and good
Yeah.
for your mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it also helps you exercise your legs, muscles
Yeah.
you would use differently than you would when you're always walking.
You're using the reverse
forward,
muscles.
right? Yeah. So you're training them.
Yeah.
So
That's
I was
new.
just. It's funny you brought that up. I was going to say the same thing. It's cool.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell. I never even thought about that. Going backwards. You got another one?
Fingers crossed. That's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
And there's
Superstition
different
of
fingers
crossing
crossed.
one's finger, bringing the lucky finger cross, good luck.
but
Comes
also
from pre-Christian, pagan, and Western Europe. See, when the practice of making a cross with your own,
yep.
than now fingers of another person was thoughts. It was crazy, man.
But
Fingers of another
also
person. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
apparently if you have your fingers crossed and you tell a lie, then it's okay. Or I don't know what the fuck that.
Did you have fingers crossed? Or what about
I don't know what that means.
make sure you're wearing clean underwear because
Yeah.
in case you get into an accident.
Yeah.
But mom, why did we?
I remember
Just
that,
make
yeah.
sure. Remember that?
That's just a way to get you to change your drawers.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Mom, I only got one pair.
When you're a
Right.
kid. Yeah.
I already pulled another pair out of the hamper.
Yeah. Well, they're fine. I turned them inside out.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
Memories like the chorus.
Oh my God, that's
That's
great.
crazy.
oh man.
Yeah. The number 13 is unlucky.
Yes. Hence Friday the 13th.
Not for
Yeah.
today.
Not for
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. Everything she says has to do with the number 13. That's I think her birthday is on the 13th. A couple of different things regarding her career and
Well-
things that happened. It's been a good luck for
Well,
her. She
13,
says.
13. It's funny. Some cultures, 13 is considered lucky.
Right.
So, but people, we're so superstitious that when you go in buildings, there's no 13th floor.
There's no 13th
It goes
floor.
from 13.
13th
It goes to
floor.
12 to 14.
But 14 actually
fucking
is
people.
13.
Right.
So, I
Where
mean,
parties at?
Yeah.
So if you're in a 20-story
Right.
building, if you're in a building that's actually 20 stories, it goes to 21.
Right. Yeah.
Because 13 is
It's the
fucking-
where it's empty
Right.
floor. Yeah.
Exactly.
which is funny because that ride, the Tower of Terror in MGM,
I love
Right.
that ride.
is the 13th floor.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that ride. It's
That is
one
a
of the
great
best
ride.
rides ever I've been
But
on.
I think it's Chinese that like 13 is considered lucky,
I believe it. I don't think
And
I don't look
also-
at 13 as a bad number.
and they're
actually,
big
being
into
honest
like
with
good
you.
luck stuff. The reason why you go to like a Chinese restaurant, it's always gold and red are the
Yeah.
colors
Mhm.
because those
Right.
colors are considered good
But
luck.
see, very cool.
And
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
same thing,
And look
yeah.
how old their culture is. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean that's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the
Going-
oldest
oh
on
my
the
God.
planet. Yeah.
it's crazy.
Well, the number 13, unlucky number 13, from the 1890s, a number of English language related this unlucky number to a biblical reference when Judas, who was among the 13 people present at the Last Supper, was the disciple who betrayed Jesus and also the 13th person to sit at the table.
Always religious related.
Right.
I'm saying,
One
bro.
way or another, it's
Yeah.
always got something to do with
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
insane.
It is in the membrane.
Feel me?
Insane.
I know. Insane in the brain.
But isn't
That's
13 a
insane.
good number
Cypress Hill,
if you're
sorry.
playing if you're on a slot machine? 13 is supposed to be the good number, right?
Right.
I don't know.
Listen,
I don't
If
gamble.
it comes
all
up in my
13s,
numbers and I
ding,
win,
ding, ding,
it's a
yeah.
lucky number for me.
Listen, yeah, I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we should play Lotto tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should.
Someone hit the big
I,
one already.
along with everybody else, we should play Lotto tonight.
Yeah.
Because everybody else had the same idea.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Yeah,
This-
no shit.
If
Right.
you try to
But see,
play that number,
that's
you
Yeah.
probably couldn't.
that's what people are real superstitious when it comes to lottery. My
Yeah.
last job,
Same numbers.
My last job that I was at when I was working at the hospital, we had one manager because we went through like 4 managers and I was there in 3 years. Crazy.
What'd you do to them, bro?
I don't even know. But anyway, remember Bob? Yeah, he's like, all right, so we were playing. It was one of the big lotteries, and we were doing a lottery pool. All right, we're gonna do it differently. I want you to buy a ticket, but in your town, you to buy a ticket in
Yeah.
your town, and we all pull them together.
Yep.
And then I was like, if I'm fucking buying a ticket for myself, what the fuck are we
How am I
combining
gonna do it?
together?
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's funny.
Right.
Yeah. Mine. Oh, mine. Yeah. No.
no,
That
but you
is
know what I
freaking
mean?
funny.
Like,
yeah, no, you're right.
it's like
Well, and it's-
you're gonna hit. It just if you're doing the quick pick, it's gonna be the number. It's just random numbers. It's not gonna make a
Right.
difference if you get
Right.
from.
Right.
You're not gonna increase the odds.
They
if
say
you get
that,
from
Yeah.
different
right.
places.
Do you ever hear when they ask you also, like, say, I usually play a quick pick,
Yeah.
and then they'll say, do you want them all in one ticket? Or do you want them
Oh,
separate
yeah,
tickets?
that's another superstitious thing
So,
people do.
you know, you can get $10 worth
right.
quick picks on separate tickets, or you can get it all on one ticket.
Right.
or
You know.
sometimes
Sometimes
people,
I do. If they ask me, I'll go, yeah, all right, put them on separate tickets. Like I don't have any preference, but usually
Right.
I just get a straight up.
Yeah.
There's
Quick
a
pick.
lot of gambling superstitions too, but
Yeah.
like one of them I know is like I got to go to this place. I always go to this store. I even go to this store. Like
Oh, people like that too. I've done that before.
you
I've
like-
done that.
Like people will drive like the neighborhood I grew up in. I drive a half hour just to get the lottery tickets. So, you know,
They got
some-
a good, the tickets are good over there. Yeah.
The other one with the tickets says they screw the numbers up and they, oh man, I screwed the lottery number. The number
no, give it to me. Yeah.
No, I'll take that ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Take the mess up. But bingo. When they all go play bingo, they have all the little dolls and shit. The
Oh, yeah,
troll
little
dolls and
trolls and all
whatnot,
that
and
stuff.
all the little other
They're good-
figurines
that's
and
their
shit.
good
Yeah,
luck
but
the
yo, they
front
get
of it.
crazy in those
Yeah,
games,
they do.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen
They
it.
lose their minds.
Yeah, I went to go play bingo once when I lived in Florida.
Did you bring Chucky down?
Yeah, I should have done.
It
bought
was a
Chucky
nightmare,
doll.
wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
probably a nightmare.
I just went out and just watched all these crazy ass motherfuckers, young and old alike. They wasn't like the super old people, and then
and they're all
young and old alike.
serious about it. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, what are you winning? A pot?
Yeah,
I mean, what's
I'm
going
like, get the
on?
fuck out of here. I said, what? Yeah, I'm like, this is where I'm at on a fucking Friday night. You know, 'cause I went to go hang out with one of my cousins. Like, come on, we're gonna go over there and play bingo.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's like a disco bingo kind of shit, not literal disco, but music and the number pops up on the thing, and crazy cool lights and alcohol. That's what I'm thinking was gonna be that kind of bingo.
Before.
Yeah, exactly what I got. Yeah, I'm like, you motherfuckers. I'm like, this is what you got me to. Yo, y'all find a way home. I'm leaving. Fucking left.
You want a knitted sweater.
Yeah. Hey, okay, Bob. Fuck out of here. Never buy a clock as a gift. In Chinese culture, the expression giving a clock has the same pronunciation as attending a funeral. Thus, it's a tradition never to give a clock to someone you know.
Oh, I heard.
Exactly. Time's up.
Oh,
messed
that's right.
up.
I heard about a couple. I heard a couple other ones, Japanese ones that were crazy, and they involve chopsticks.
Yes.
One of them is for a man and woman not to share a plate using chopsticks.
Okay.
Because the only time, like a husband and wife use chopsticks is after their child gets cremated and they got
What?
the bones. It's so
What the
fucking
fuck
morbid,
is
right?
What is that all about?
That's so morbid.
That's
Because after pick the bones out of the ashes.
well, hey, listen, that's
What?
culture.
Why the
That's
fuck would you pick the bones? What?
That's false.
Well, because I guess that's maybe they did. This is probably from ancient Japan like culture where they like burned them. And the other one that's another weird superstition is no, that's not superstition. That's more like just a manners thing. You're not supposed to leave the chopsticks in the rice.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. Do they do that with your wife? With do they have any weird superstitions involving like food, like chopsticks, or have you ever heard anything like that?
My wife uses those things for everything.
But I mean, like, is there any superstitions with them? Like, you're not supposed to share chopsticks or something, or
No,
no?
not that I know of.
Yeah, or
She's a bad teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it really is. I've asked her. The only words I know are the things that she's, like pabuya.
Yeah.
That's dumbass.
Oh, yeah.
Dung muddy.
Yeah.
Kind of like dung, like shithead.
Ni hao ma.
Right.
Things like that.
Dong.
Oh, no,
I
that's
think
Chinese.
she's talking sexy, right?
Right.
Hey, pabuya.
Yeah.
She's like calling me a dumbass and shit.
Right.
Yeah, she calls everybody dumbass.
Yeah, wait, that's right. I used to at that job that I worked at, we actually had a long-term care building that was all Korean. So I Annyeong haseyo. That's how that's how you say hi. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, asshole.
Yeah.
You're saying, yeah. You think it sounds cool, right?
Yeah.
Right. Good morning.
Your mother cursing you out at the same time, right? Yeah.
Annyeong haseyo. Yeah.
I read something the other day that said, don't make fun of people who come from other countries because they speak 2 languages.
Yeah, that's true. I never. Yeah, because you know what? I only speak fucking English.
That's all
and
I
they speak 2 languages.
And they came here and they're
Sometimes
learning
3.
my language.
You
Yeah.
know, people in Europe, they speak because the countries are all so close to each other. Some
Right.
people speak like 3 or 4 fucking
Right.
Yeah.
So don't be,
Yeah.
people just,
Well, don't look at me. I'm bilingual.
No,
so.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
well, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's
So I'm
great,
like, whatever. Trilingual. I can speak, hood.
Okay.
What about son? Yo, what's cause yo, some of that? What's up, man? No, I got you, papi. No, no. Ven acá, come here. I got you. This one I never heard of.
That's
right?
good.
Tuck your thumbs in at the cemetery. Straight from Japan, the superstition belief is meant to keep a person's parents from dying because the Japanese word for thumb translates to parent finger. People hide their thumb when they pass by a graveyard or a hearse. But thumb is not a finger, is it?
It's an opposable.
Right. Something like that. So I don't know if that would be.
I don't know. It is. Okay. I mean, yeah, I know. I think it is.
I don't know.
Obviously, it's on your hand.
Yeah, I've never heard. That's crazy.
Is the pinky not a finger?
I don't remember which one it was. There was one that's not a finger.
I'm just saying.
You're supposed to know these things, Tom.
I mean, well, that's
spell
because
the
the thumb
thumb
is
finger.
is going the opposite direction.
Got you.
Oh, it's
People say it's not a
Oh.
finger because it's going in. But
Okay.
I mean,
gotcha.
Universal.
yeah, there you go.
Universal.
Imagine doing
What about
Yeah.
itchy palm?
Thank you. That tells me.
Oh yeah, that's right. They say if you have an itchy palm, that means you're going to get money. But
No,
if
it
you have-
depends on which hand.
But
The right hand is
I-
money receiving, and the left is going out.
Right.
I was told it was the other way around.
Was it?
I heard if you have
Let's
itchy
look at-
palm, you're getting money. But if the back of your hand, that means you're
That's
giving
what I
money.
heard. Itchy.
See, I always heard that it was
Oh.
you're receiving.
They
Yeah.
say if the back of
Yeah.
your hand is itchy, that means you're going to lose money because you're giving money.
Right.
Because
Reading
the
that
palm
little
is down.
Chinese cracker cookie you open up, it says Confucius says. They have them all the time.
Itchy palm
So
means-
you have to believe them, right?
Yeah.
If you Confucius say, if you go to bed with itchy butt, you wake up with stinky finger.
I wonder if that is superstition though,
I'm not sure, but
because generally that's the truth.
it was in the cookie.
Yes,
That's why you put it on your
finger will occur.
right, because then you put it on your just your significant other's nose, just so
yeah.
they can tell you if it stinks or not.
Okay, so it says
What?
The which one?
itchy left palm means you will owe money soon.
Yeah.
Itchy,
Left palm is
itchy
owe.
left palm, which
Yeah.
is what I said before.
Okay.
Yeah, left is to
and right
give.
is
Receive.
to receive.
Yeah.
See, so I heard a different one. I heard, like I said, the if your palm is itchy, you're going to get money.
Right, but
and
it
if the back
depends
of
on
your
which
hand,
hand.
I was told if it's the back of your hand, you're giving.
See,
money.
now that
So
I've never heard.
because
Yeah, I never heard that
your
one either.
hand is going down.
Yeah.
You're giving.
You
money.
probably have some kind of like witches stuff in
Yeah,
your.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that's probably like more. If your hand is going down, then back up, and then down.
Well, that's how
that's
it's
just-
bred now.
Yeah,
Everything
exactly,
is down.
yeah.
There's nothing up. It's
Exactly.
As if
Giving
you're giving
away,
money. Because
giving
if you're
away.
giving
Yeah.
someone money, your palm is down.
Right. That makes sense. And but see,
maybe,
then
yeah.
but if you're
So
receiving the money,
Right.
you scratch your palm, close your hand, put your hand in your pocket, closed,
Mm-hmm.
then open your hand in your pocket and pull it out. This way, the money that you're gonna receive stays in your pocket.
Oh.
You just make that up. Or?
No. Should be
Say
shit.
that again.
So the hand you said the right hand was to receive money.
Okay.
So if your palm is itching on your right hand,
Right.
you scratch your palm,
Right. I do. that all the
close your
time.
hand, like make a fist.
Okay.
Then you put your hand in your pocket, fist closed, and then open your
So-
hand in your pocket.
As if you're placing. The
This way, you're putting the money in your
The
pocket
money that
and
you
doing
have
this.
not yet received.
Right, because it's the wishful.
Okay.
It's the
Right.
addition to that.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So, and that
Can you
makes
imagine
sense.
if you believed in all these superstitions?
crazy.
You would
Wait.
would be afraid to leave
This is-
the house.
So,
But, you know, hey.
so hang. So it says here that the left hand is passive energy
Right.
and the right is positive.
Oh, so it's positive when you smack somebody in the mouth for being a wise ass that they learned their lesson. You do it with the left hand, it's a maybe.
We tried to talk to him about this.
See, Jeremy agrees.
yeah,
Jeremy agrees.
No. It's
right's
about
coming.
receiving or not receiving anything good.
That's fucking great.
So yeah, that,
Did you receive?
it's funny how you heard it one way and we've all
That's funny.
everybody's
Yeah,
is a
but
little
yeah,
different.
the same
Like, I
one.
never
is
heard that before about
Yeah.
putting your hand in your pocket. And
Yeah.
It's
That's
been
what we do.
it's been a funny.
Yeah,
funny
dude, that was the quickest 45 fucking minutes.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
really.
Yeah.
I think in our whole
awesome.
shit. That
Yeah.
was
Oh,
insane.
you know what? That's when you're having fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like.
Oh
those
yeah,
fast.
this was the funny one.
Not too serious. It's laid back. We do what we
Yeah.
got to do and
Yeah.
enjoy ourselves.
Very
So,
nice
So-
first time. I appreciate you guys inviting me.
Thank you for coming, brother. It's about time you came, bro. We've
Yeah,
been trying to
you
talk to
know.
your ass for like a
It's such
year.
a long way.
yeah,
I'm just saying. I know. Yeah, buy your new sneakers now for that fucking long walk across the street.
Still got my croquettes, man.
Yeah.
yeah,
There you
baby.
go.
That's what I'm
Yes.
talking
That's what I'm
about.
talking about.
Actually, those
I
are
got. We
Converse.
have two pair. Me and Lou have a pair each.
You know, is this our 1 year show?
No. Next
that'll
one.
be the
Next.
the
Not,
27th.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's one. Okay.
27th.
Yeah.
Be that Friday that we will be doing our 1 year anniversary.
Yep. So we're gonna pay homage to all of our listeners. Thank you very
and
much.
Just talk about
All our
where
followers
we
and stuff.
started, and how we got to where we are
Yeah.
now, and
Yeah.
Yep. And give a couple of
continue
shout
to
outs.
move on.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Here's
good.
another one I just thought of.
Uh-oh.
Back in the day as a kid, one of the other family members were like, when people came for holiday and came into the side door when they left, they opened the front door and like, no, we leave the way we came.
In.
We never go through
Right.
another door.
Mm.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah. I've heard of that one too, actually.
I'm not sure of the meaning, but it's supposed to be
Right.
luck to leave through the wrong door you came into.
Right.
Right.
So
Oh,
All right.
so that works then.
we go.
So on that note, our guest gave the last superstition. So with that, I appreciate everybody for coming in tonight. Thank you guys. Always great
pleasure.
being here, hanging out.
You. Same here.
Yep. Thank you for all our listeners for listening. Like, follow. Go ahead. What's the other one?
yeah, like, share, subscribe, or
All that good stuff.
Instagram.
Facebook,
Yes.
Instagram.
Facebook. Like I said, I haven't really uploaded. I only uploaded a couple of videos onto YouTube.
Yeah, okay,
So,
just-
so
yeah.
YouTube Shorts. So we're on there.
We're good.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
we'll
thank
start
you very
TikTok
much.
Too,
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate everybody. Thank you. So love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
And go vegan.
Holla.